Hey guys, this is Debbie Cakes coming at you live and in color, as you can see. Well, I am going today at an early screening of Novocaine. I've been dying to see that movie. So, when I get back, I'll let you know how it was. Hey guys, this is Debbie Cakes coming at you live and in color, as you can see. Yes, I'm in the hallway making this quick little video. I finally came out of seeing Novocaine, guys. Honestly, I thought it was great. Like, I really enjoyed myself. I sat through the whole movie. Didn't have to get up for nothing. The concept was pretty original. Like, a guy named Novocaine literally has a condition that he doesn't feel any type of pain. He can't eat any solid foods or anything like that. Everything has to be mush because he won't know if he bites off his tongue or anything like that. He meets this girl at his job. He's an assistant manager at a bank. So he meets this girl at a job and they hit it off and everything like that. Then the next day after they went out, they had sex obviously. So when they got into work, they was chill. So all of a sudden these three guys dressed as Santa Claus went in and started shooting up the place, robbing the place and all that, try to get the bank manager to give up the code. He didn't give it up, so he ended up shooting him because he saw his face. Then he went up to Nathan Kane, that's his name, the guy they call Novocaine. They came up to him and was like, assistant manager, what's the code and all that. He didn't want to give up the code, so he grabbed the first person, which is the girl named Sherry. He slapped her around, and that's when Novocaine gave up the numbers, and they got the money and all that kind of stuff like that. So when they left, they needed a hostage, so they ended up taking the girl. When they ended up taking her, Nate got to a point where he was like, oh no, because he had to go and rescue her, because obviously it's gonna take the new cops to come in, because the cops that they were originally there got shot up to death. They was gonna go ahead and take the girl and they was gonna be able to find her. So he took it upon himself, got in a cop car, got a cop's gun, and went after them. He went after the first guy, ended up shooting him. It was a whole fight scene there, ended up shooting him. Then he took his car, and his car had the money. He didn't realize he had gotten shot. He went into this convenience store that the owner that he previously was supposed to foreclose his place, he helped him out. He was like, listen, I'm gonna hold it off until, your wife's life insurance comes in and all that kind of stuff like that, so you don't be able to lose your house. So I guess since he had helped him, so he let him in, help him take out the bullet, or actually watched him take out the bullet, and then then Nate went and gave the guy a couple of grand so he could go ahead and pay for the mortgage and everything that he needs. But he was telling him, if anything, just launder the money first, so that way you won't get in trouble for having this money and all that kind of stuff. And he ended up leaving there. That he ended up finding the tattoo that he took a picture of that tattoo of the guy that he shot. The guy's name is Ben. So he went to a tattoo parlor that got him that tattoo, tried to get some information, all that kind of stuff like that. And when he basically went back and forth with the tattoo artist. They had a fight. He beat him up afterwards. Then when he finally got a first and last name, he tattooed it on his. He went and called his tech friend, and when he got the information of where he lives or his previous residence, he tattooed it on his hand, and ended up leaving. When he got to the place where the guy lived, it was booby trapped. For some reason, he felt like everybody, I guess, was out to get him, so he ended up trapping it. So he ended up tripping mostly all the booby traps and everything like that. Then the brother of the guy that he had killed was busy wondering why his brother didn't come back. So he went to his brother's house and everything. And in one of the traps, Nate ended up getting hung. So he ended up finding Nate and he was torturing him. But Nate was trying to pretend like he felt pain, but obviously he didn't feel any pain. He ended up getting the brother in a leg lock with the arrow that was stuck on his thigh, and he ended up pushing the arrow through, and it went through the guy's head. So he basically died between his legs. Yeah, I said it, between his legs. I'm not trying to give up the whole movie, which is pretty much what I'm doing right now, but this is all because he's trying to get to this girl named Sherry, because he's like saying that the cops is not gonna get there in time. By the time they get there, she'll probably be dead. The review is a real banger, so I don't want to give it up, but most likely I'm probably gonna give it up because I probably won't be able to keep this one in. But so there was a third guy. The third guy was still with Sherry, and this third guy happens to be Sherry's brother. So this whole time, Sherry was pretending to get close to Novocaine so that way he could get some codes. She could get some codes for the bank. So that way it'll be a quick in and out instead of it being that they had to rob the place. But yeah, she was in on it too this whole time, and Novocaine didn't know until he finally got to them, and he was like, yo, he just wants to save Sherry and he'll let him go, whatever the case may be. So the brother was like, oh, you trying to save her? You're doing all this because of her? You don't even know that she's with me? She's with us? She's been doing this the whole time? She's said there's a whole elaborate plan and all that? We all orchestrated it together. So he didn't even have time to react because the brother went and started attacking him. He ended up putting a car pressed up against his face, and then the cops came and shot her brother, but obviously a shot that didn't kill him. When they arrested the girl, they took the car off of Kane and put him in the ambulance. And the brother wasn't dead, so he ended up shooting one of the cops and then shooting the other cop on the side. She ended up surviving, but the other cop died. So the cop ended up shooting. No, the brother ended up taking the ambulance where Novocaine was in, while the cop and Sherry was indoors. So Sherry ended up saving the cop and putting her in her car, taking her so they could follow him. And then then they had this thing where the defibrillator that helps, revive people with like the clear and all that kind of stuff. Nate ended up taking one of those, putting one on his chest and putting the other one on the brother's face. It shocked him for a little bit. They tilted the whole ambulance truck and everything like that. And then they went in and they started fighting. And then when Sherry got there, the cop gave her her gun and was like, please don't let me regret it. And if you do shoot him, but don't miss. She was like, I wasn't planning to, and all that kind of stuff like that. So she ended up shooting her brother, and they got into a fight, and that's when Novocaine came, because mind you, the brother had went and broke Nate's arm. So his bone was sticking out and everything. That came into play. Like, he ended up sticking his broken bone from his arm. He ended up basically shoving his whole arm into into the brother's face from underneath, killing him. And then after he was in an induced coma, he ended up waking up. This was after Christmas and everything like that. It was like basically almost 2 to 3 weeks that he was in a coma. His whole body was basically in a cast except for his face. And then the girl got arrested. Then a year later, he's better. He's playing his game again because he's a gamer. Obviously, because he doesn't interact a lot with a lot of people. He just only has one friend. That one friend helped him out and vouched for him and everything. Like, that's the only reason why he got off scot free. Like, because he got probation for 5 years and house arrest for like 6 months or something like that. But no, I really enjoyed this movie. Like, the kills were crazy, the fight scenes were crazy. It was, I mean, not like awesome crazy, but like it was like, oh shit, like that's very creative and all that kind of stuff. There are some funny moments. It wasn't like ha 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 on my side, but it was some good points, like some good parts. Honestly, you're gonna enjoy this movie. You're gonna be like at first like, why is this movie like this? Why is it dragging a little bit? It's not that it's dragging, it's just like they're trying to build a character with this guy. They're trying to have you get emotionally tied down with this couple before you get really into the nitty gritty. So you gotta understand that part of the movie. But all in all, I suggest you watch it. I give it from 5, I don't know, like from 1 to 5 Debbie cakes, which I haven't did this in a minute. I give that one, I'd say a 3.5 to a 4 Debbie cake. But like I say, if you feel like that's not a good rating, then stream it. But I enjoyed myself. I always enjoy myself when I go to the movies. I'm sorry if I'm giving up most of the movie to spoil it and everything for y'all for next week, if y'all decide to watch it next week. But this is what's gonna go down. It was good. All right, you guys take care and have a great day and stay blessed as always. Like, share, subscribe if you enjoy this clip. Later.